welcome to the 100th fucking episode of The Balking Dead. And that's right, you see me on a goddamn 1970s television because why? Because I'm the motherfucking shit. That's why. Well, if you haven't already, guys, go on over to Prize Picks. This show is sponsored by Prize Picks if you haven't noticed that yet. Your first match deposit up to $100, they got you guys. Not just that, by using that promo code, it's like you guys smashing the like 1,000 times. So smash the like if you haven't already. And if you're in Twitter world, this video will end shortly. So hit the fucking link and let's get to the money. As you see, not shaved. As you see, I took it square on the fucking chin again yesterday. So 100 days into the season, it's the first time I've had 3 losing days in a row, guys. So it was hard to go to sleep. It was hard to wake up. It was hard to fucking cap. And then I fucking found some spots. So it's the best when I don't go looking for it and they come to me. So today we're going to do a little bit differently. Smash the fucking like. Shout out to the fucking chat. I know it's Saturday. You have better things to be doing. And there's other things to be doing also on Pub Sports. So don't hate it if you want over there. We're not going to break down just games. I'm going to talk about 6 pitchers. I'm going to talk about the ones I broke down K-prop wise and just give you my opinion on it, yes or no, if I would play it. And then, make your decision on the information I'm going to pump through your veins right now. And then I'm going to talk about the 2 hitting props I did bet in the afternoon games. So let's get to the fucking money. Hitting props have been pretty fucking good. Once again, Will Smith comes through. And let's talk about the first guy we're going to talk about is Justin Verlander, guys, going up against Oakland. They have his K-prop at 7+ at -162 and 6.5 on Prize Picks. He's 11-3 with a 2 ERA. 8 of his last 9 games going 6+ innings, and he played these A's back on June 1st. In Oakland, going 7 innings, 2 hits with 3 earned runs and 6 strikeouts. 7 innings, 2 hits, guys. 3 earned runs. They got him for 2 bombs in the 7th. I remember that game because I was on the Astros that game. But the dude had a good game at the end of the day, and they just got him at the end of the game. When I run up those numbers versus these numbers, it tells me to play as K-prop. The juice is a little too juicy for me, but back on June 1st, they were walking 7.4%. They're now walking 4.9%. Guys, league average is 8.5. 4.9 is trash. They're striking out 24.5%. That's top 10 with a 186 average and a 565 OPS. They were at a 245 average and a 689 OPS. So everything numbers-wise has dropped drastically with the Oakland A's since the last time Verlander played them. So the only reason why I'm going to stay off of it, but everything else tells me too, is he hasn't pitched since July 7th. He left the team for a couple days for family issues, guys, and that's a 9 days in between starts. I like guys strictly on fucking every 5 days, or else I don't know how to cap a 9-day break. Bullpenning isn't the same as pitching against as real pitching, and Verlander is a beast though. This is one guy that I expect that could pitch off of 9 days. So if you're looking to back him, I totally endorse it. When I run through his numbers math-wise, his home K per 9 is a lot better than his road K per 9, and he is at home here. He averages 9.4 strikeouts per 9 at home and only 7.9 on the road. He strikeouts lefties better than righties at a 9.5 compared to a 7.8, and they're running the same lineup as they did the last time they seen him, which is 6 right-handers, 3 lefties when he had 6 strikeouts. But all their other numbers have dropped, including their strikeout numbers, to where I see Justin Verlander with 7+ strikeouts today. Next fucking guy we're going to talk about, Max fucking Fried versus the Nats. Prize Picks is at a 5 -162, 6+ is at a -103, 9-3 with a 2.56 ERA. 14 of his last 16 games, he's gone 6+ innings. This fucker guy, this motherfucking guy, not number one bullshit guy. This guy is fucking consistency at its finest, guys. So when we run up against these numbers versus the Nationals, he's played them 2 games versus the Nats this year. April 13th, 5.1 innings, 7 hits, 2 earned runs with 4 Ks. And then June 14th, 5.2 innings, 6 hits, 4 earned runs with 6 strikeouts. 6 games last year, guys. This is the same division. They see him a fucking lot. 3 quality starts, and then 3 games where he didn't make it past 5 innings. The one thing where he did have, which was super consistent, is the strikeouts. Only one time did he not have 5 or more strikeouts. He had 3, 6, 7, 5, 7, and 5. And they put it at a 5 minus 162. I know a lot of people have better books than the ones I'm able to bet. And I'm waiting for it to come down just some, and I'll be all over that 5 today, guys. When I run these numbers, June 14th, with where they're at now, they're still walking the same 8.5%. They were only striking out 16.8% of the time. Now it's up to a 20.3. Still not bad. This team normally doesn't strike out. I get it, guys. They were batting 295 average with an 846 OPS. Both top 5 at the time. Now they've fallen off. They're a 208 average with a 604 OPS, and the ISO goes from a 193 to a drastic drop to a 107. So Max Fried's running into a team that's just not seeing the ball well. He had 6 strikeouts versus them, and the numbers were a lot better. I expect a big game from him, and 5 was a golden number for me. Like, that number is definitely bettable. So don't be number one bullshit guy. Good stuff, brother. Beavis, let's talk about the fucking math on this guy. Home and road, he does average a strikeout more at home than on the road. 8.8 compared to a 7.8. Yes, he's on the road. He does strike out lefties, strikeout more than righties, 9.3 compared to an 8.26. And the lineup is going to consist of 8 right-handers and 1 lefty. So he averages pretty much a strikeout per inning, and he averages a little more than a strikeout per inning versus this team. I expect Max Fried to go 6+ innings like he has 14 of his last 16 games, and to at least average a strikeout per inning like he has done over the last 2 years versus this team. And yeah, Max Fried to me lines up in a nice spot today when the numbers are put up versus the last time you seen him a month ago. Then we're going to talk about Eric fucking Lauer. And at the time breaking into this, I thought I wanted to bet on some Eric Lauer, and then I had to be like, all right, maybe I will just kick back and watch it. They have him at 5.5 on Prize Pick, 6+ at minus 115, 6-3 with the 3.83 ERA. 4 of his last 7 games, he's gone 6+ innings. He's not seen the Giants this year, but he did see them one time last year. 7 innings, 3 hits, 0 earned run with 4 strikeouts. Yes, he's a different pitcher this year than last year, but he's still pretty much the same, as in he likes to pound the zone. He is not a guy who walks people. He doesn't get you to chase often. When he does strike you out, it is in the zone. So when I go through these guys' numbers over the last fucking 200 plate appearances, and this is where it's enough to keep me the fuck off. 7.8 walk percentage. That's a little bit below league average. 21% strikeout percentage. That's about league average. 313 average with a 10,015 OPS collectively, and an ISO of fucking 313. I've never wrote an ISO above 250, I don't think. What up, El Dorado, my motherfucking guy? Thanks for stopping in. I know you guys were and will be back over on the UFC stream. And if you don't know about the UFC stream, y'all need to know a little bit more about Pub Sports, and hit that notification for my show. Hit that follow Pub Sports, and start following a lot more than just me, or at least put that notifications on for me so you know when I go live. Because we got to beat the lines, man. And we're not talking about the lines left on my table. Joking. So joking. I'm a pothead. But let's get to it. Lauer, guys, like I said, he's just going up against a team that is crushing lefties right now. So I'm just going to have to kick back and pause on it. And when I do the math, he averages the same home road, 9.6 strikeouts per 9. And then lefties versus righties, he dominates lefties at a 12.54, and he averages about a strikeout per inning, not with a 9.34 K per 9 versus righties. And the projected lineup for this team, which it is a late night game, so the lineup isn't out yet, is 7 right-handers and 2 lefties. So they are predominantly going to stick him out there. And by the numbers, he's going to need to go an inning per strikeout. But he's going up against a team by the numbers that could run him by the 5th. So there's just a lot there. When only 4 of his last 7 games, he's gone 6+ innings. I need to know he's going 6 innings to get that 6+ strikeouts for me by the math. And I don't know if he can get the 6 versus the way they swing versus lefties right now. So definitely going to have to take a pass and just kick back and watch me some Eric Lauer tonight. I got fucking clacked on that game more than once last night, dude. Like, I had the Milwaukee fucking money line. And Josh Hader comes in, and I don't know if he's tipping pitches or if he's just something's wrong with him, because that's now back-to-back games. This guy's giving up everything, including his chonchon. So this guy's giving his chonchon for free right now. So fuck, dude, Josh Hader, figure it out. But yeah, so let's talk about the last three pitchers right quick. And then I'm going to talk about the two hitters. Shout out to my guy, bro. I appreciate the dono. You don't have to, but I know you do it because you can, and I appreciate every bit of it, El Dorado. So yeah, if you haven't already, smash the like. That helps just as much as a donation. So shout out to you guys. Without you, there ain't me. And the way I've been going, you may just want to fade me. But it is the 100th day of the season, and I haven't. This is my first 3-day losing streak. So I don't think it's gonna happen again. So I'm ready to get on the train when I wasn't this morning, and I'm gonna be on me some Max Fried 5+ as soon as it gets under the -160 mark, preferably -150. And the next guy I'm gonna be on, and they don't have a line out for him. So Max fucking Scherzer. I don't care if it's at an 8.5. I'm betting it here in fucking Y. 6-1 with a 2.25 ERA. He's gone 6+ innings in 8 of 9 games, not counting the game before he went to the IL. Obviously, something was wrong with him that game, so we're going to toss that one out. We're going to toss it out the window like my mother tossed me out. So let's get to it. So it's coming off the IL, 13 innings, 5 hits, 1 earned run with 20 strikeouts. That 5 hits, guys, is just phenomenal. 2 games, only 5 hits. Fuck the other numbers, guys. They're just not seeing him, and he was ready to come off the IL. He was bet on, and he's one of the guys that I will bet on coming off the IL. So he hasn't played the Cubs this year. He did play them last year. 5 innings, 5 hits, 2 earned runs with 4 walks and 8 Ks. That's what I'm talking about, baby. 8 fucking strikeouts with 4 walks. When does Max walk 4 people? So let's look at these fucking numbers. They're walking 8.6%. They're striking out almost 26% of the time right now with a 226 average and a 632 OPS and an ISO of a 110. I usually don't run numbers up against a year before's numbers just for shits and giggles, but I did it right now because I had no other numbers to look at. I was going to play Max strictly just off of his righty versus lefty projected lineup, wop, wop, a woo, wap, a wop, bam, boom. And they were crushing the ball last year when they seen him, guys. They were hitting a 272 with an 810 OPS with an ISO of almost 200. So the strikeout numbers were at a 22, and they were walking at an 8%. So all the numbers are drastically different. There's at least 6 guys on that team that were on that game. I expect a nothing but elite dominant performance from Max Scherzer. By the total, it shows the wind is blowing in. If I can get a fact checked on the wind in this game, my guy Noli, let me know. That motherfucking man knows unders, and he knows the weather. If you don't know, you should know. So let's talk about lefty-righty fucking map splits now, guys. Versus freaking lefties, he's averaging 14.04 strikeouts per 9. Elite. Versus righties, he's averaging a 16.53. Elite. At home, he's only averaging a 10.35 K per 9, but on the road again, where we get Max Scherzer today, he's averaging a 12.16. So his strikeouts go up 2 strikeouts on the road. He dominates lefties and righties, and they are projecting 7 right-handed bats in the lineup. Oh, Lord Jesus, you're going to give me what he strikes out at 16.53. Just by the numbers alone, he should have 9 strikeouts by 5 innings. And I know that's crazy, by 5 innings. That's taking in the fact that they're hitting 226, 632, and striking out 26% of the time going into with how Max is dominating, guys. So give me Mad Max, please, and motherfucking thank you. Next guy up on the list, and he makes the cut even though I haven't bet him yet. There's just something about losing a lot lately that I just need to kick back and just pick my spots a little better. And what sucks is I've been staying off the ones that win. Yesterday I talked about how Kyle Gibson was going to be out there long enough and deal and hit his K prop. It happened. Did I bet it? No. What did I bet? A guy who almost throws a fucking perfect game and misses my strikeout prop by 1. I bet a guy who goes 40 pitches with 1 strikeout and then ends up with 5 through the first 5 and then goes out and just freaking chodes it from the freaking next 2 innings when they try to give him extra chances. So I can't change my strategy. Kershaw was a bad beat. Woodruff could go suck a fucking dick. So is what it is. I bet them. They lost. I can't do nothing about it. But the ones I've been staying off have been hitting my leans, the ones that I like. So maybe you guys, if you guys are playing my plays, maybe you should split them up with my leans too right now. And this lean comes across the board, and definitely told the people that I know to bet it if they're looking for some bets because it matches up. Manaea versus the D-backs, 5.5 and 6+ at -124. 4.4 with a 4.09 ERA. 10 of his last 12 games going 6+ innings. He's played the D-backs 3 times this year. First game of the season, he went 7 innings, no-hit baseball with 7 strikeouts. And then a back-to-back, June 21st and 28th, where he went 6 innings, both games, with 6 and 7 strikeouts. So the guy pitches well versus Arizona, and he hasn't pitched versus – it's been about almost a month since they've – or not a month, 3 weeks since they've last seen him. And Chicago game 2, right? Yes, sir, game 2, please and thank you. And so he's played versus them twice. 6 and 7 strikeouts, went 6+ innings both games in a back-to-back, and then he had 7 strikeouts and 7 innings the very first game of the season. Now, when I run these numbers, June 28th, the very last time they seen him on a fucking back-to-back, mind you, these numbers technically, should have been worse. So I'm like, okay, cool. This is going to be good shit to put it up to. No, these guys have fallen off the roof over the last 200 plate appearances compared to June 28th. They were walking 12%, league fucking phenomenal. Now they're only walking 5.3%. They were striking out 18.6. They're still striking out at that 18% clip, which normally means run from a K prop, right? But no, wait, he's shown that he can strike this team out numerous of times, and the strikeout number is still the fucking same. The walk number has dropped fucking almost 7%, that's a drastic drop. They go from a 290 their average does go up a little bit, 257 to a 277, but their OPS stays the same at a 777 to a 780. So he's pretty much running into the same team hitting wise, other than them walking. And he's shown already that he can just fucking destroy this team when they walk at a 12% clip. So everything tells me that he goes 6+ innings and averages at least a strikeout per inning. So this man has gone 10 out of his last 12, like I just said. And the math, when I run it up, home he averages 8.2 strikeouts per 9 where he's at. And on the road, he's averages a 10 strikeout per 9. Versus lefties, it's an 8 strikeout per 9, and righties is almost a 10 strikeout per 9. They are projecting 6 right-handed batters and 3 left-handed batters. So just by the numbers, without running them into their numbers, he should have it 1 strikeout per inning. So a lot of things are matching up with this 1 strikeout per inning. So I see him 6 for 6, 7 for 7. As long as he can go, and he's shown that he goes 6+, that's what I have him going for. Then we get to talk of the last game of the day. Pitching-wise, my favorite guy, or at least my favorite team. Right now, dude, I got to stay off. And I wouldn't be surprised by me staying off this motherfucker goes out and deals. But I'm going to tell you why I'm going to stay off Julio Urias versus the Angels. So, blowing in towards first base. Holy motherfuck of God. Blowing in 14 miles per hour helps Scherzer. You may have a complete game from that guy today, guys. You heard it on the 100th episode. Complete game. Does he take Wood's strikeouts for the complete game? Does he take the 20 strikeouts? I think that's the most strikeouts ever in a complete game. Max can fucking do it. If somebody can fucking do it, it's that motherfucker, guys. So I will be on Max, guys. That is one play. When they put the line out, the wind is just... So, on the Julio Urias, thank you, Noli. I appreciate that immensely. His prize picks is at 6 at -189, and his 7+ is at +118. 7 and 6 with the 3 ERA, coming in off a goddamn beatdown by the Cubs. Only 2 innings, and he got cracked. Only 2 innings. And I know a lot of people texted me who were on it, and this is where I get the game of baseball, guys, and I understand it. And I understood when Kershaw gave that hit up last night, I threw my phone across the house, and I knew he wasn't coming back out in the ninth inning. Pitch counter, not. I know baseball. They were winning 9-0. What are you going to do putting him back out there? What do you gain by putting him back out there? A guy who's had constant back problems. I get it. He's Clayton Kershaw. He should have gotten it by the respect of who he is. But I also understand what the team did. I understand it. Was I okay with it? No. But do I understand it? Yes. Now, do I understand why they pulled him at 55 pitches in the second inning and he was fucking humming in that second inning? He shut him down. Yes, I do. Some days you just don't got it, guys, and you got to just chalk it up and let your bullpen take care of it. And, dude, they came back from an 8-0, 8-3, 5-0 beatdown that they were giving up and won that game. So they came back. They patted him on the back. Now it's his time to pat them on the back. And I expect a fucking immaculate game from him today, guys. After 3 games this year of giving up 4 runs or more, he's allowed a combined 1 earned run in 16 innings. Like, the guy goes straight down on lockdown beast mode. So the guy usually is bet on after this spot. He played the Angels 2 games last year. 5 innings, 5 hits, 5 earned runs with 4 Ks, and 5 innings, 6 hits, 2 earned runs with 5 Ks. So, seen him twice last year, didn't hit that 7 barrier. That's a box you don't really want to check on. That doesn't make one of the check boxes. So he doesn't do well in the pass first them. So we know how these guys are. They are walking at 11.3%. They're striking out absurdly at a 28% clip with a 186 average and a 549 OPS and an ISO of a 0.70. These guys have been fucking trash, guys. At the end of the day, they're not hitting the ball, and they're striking out a fuck ton, except for when Clayton Kershaw is trying to get me one. So, let it go. So, yeah. What worries me about him, and I don't know if it was his bad game last week or is it the Dodgers doing a 3 lefties in a row. The Angels now are going to see Anderson, Kershaw, and then Urias. The Cubs seen Anderson, Kershaw, Urias. 3 lefties in a row. Now, I know they're 3 different lefties, but it's like, fuck, bro. So there's so many things going against this to me that I'm going to stay off of it. Would I be surprised if he gets it? No, it is the Angels, guys. And he does usually bounce back after a fucking shellacking. Mike Trout is due back in the lineup today. And when I split this guy's math up, home road is pretty much the same, 8.5 strikeouts per 9. And he dominates the left-handed side with an 11.13 K per 9 compared to just an 8 strikeouts per inning versus the right-handed side, per 9 versus the right-handed side. Projected lineups is 7 right-handers and 2 lefties, guys. So without taking in the guy's strikeout, how the Angels are, just by this number alone, he's going to have to go the whole game just to get 7 strikeouts by how many righties are out there. But you take in the Angels and how bad they've been, he needs to go 6 innings to hit that 7+ strikeouts. So definitely wouldn't be surprised if Urias comes out and shoves and hangs with the big dog and does the damn thing today, but I'm going to have to stay off of him and see if this 3 lefties in a row shit is real, bro. It's a lesson learning experience for me today. Let's talk about the 2 hitting props I bet. Shout out to the fucking 35 who came in on a Saturday. We are here to make money. I'm betting Max Scherzer, whatever the fuck number they give him. And if it's at an 8.5, I don't fucking care. I'll be on it. Max Fried, 5+, minus 160. It is at minus 162 when I wrote it. I prefer it to drop some. So, yeah, smash the fucking like if you fucking have it. And let's talk about the 2 hitting props I bet today. Trey Mancini, guys, versus Ryan Yarbrough. He's got a 407 average, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, and 29 plate appearances. He has 11 hits, with 7 of those hits being extra base hits, 4 doubles, and 3 bomb skis. Woo! Taking the fact that the race pin is 22nd over the last 30 days with a 4.21 ERA, This is numerous spots for Trey Mancini to pop either Ryan Yarbrough or to pop this Rays bullpen. I split up my bet between 2+ hits, runs, RBIs at a -122 and his 2+ bases at a +110. This team hits lefties better than they do righties. This goes back years, and they've seen Ryan Yarbrough a lot. And there's some guys who have some good numbers and bad numbers versus him, and Ryan Yarbrough hasn't been good this year, guys. I expect the Orioles to get to him today. So Trey Mancini, lean the fucking charge and drive in some snacky ribbies that'll be sitting out there for you. Go get you a fucking steak ribby for us for dinner. And then on the other hand, guys, we're going to talk about Will Smith. Like we did yesterday, hits, runs, RBIs is the spot once again. They raised it up to a -139. Fine. For 2+ hits, runs, RBIs, I'll take it. Angels pin is 15th over the last 30 days, middle of the pack. That's okay. This guy crushes lefties better than righties. Just like last night, he was putting the bat on the fucking ball. 339 average versus lefties compared to a 257 average versus righties. His slugging goes from a 462 to a 565, and his OPS goes from an 806 to a fucking 1,000+. This guy loves him some lefties, and he's on a 7-game fucking hit streak. Taking the fact that Trey Turner and Freddie Freeman are on 7-game hit streaks, and they bat in front of him, and Mookie Betts in 3 at-bats has 2 hits off of him. All 3 guys with a lot of experience are all getting on base right now at an absurd rate. And this guy is going to bring them in every given opportunity. And he can cash this with a fucking bomb on it for ourselves. So give me 2+ hits on his RBIs, please and fucking thank you. I got to mention Freddie Freeman. This guy has a OPS of 2,000 over the last 5 games. Holy fuck, Lord, guys. Like, watching that Dodger game, I learned so many stats from just listening to the radio. So, at the end of the day, over the last 5 games, he's got 24 total bases and 16 hits. 16 hits and 24 bags in a 5 fucking game period. Cinco, holy motherfucker of Lord, guys. So I can't hate anybody looking at the hottest hitter in the goddamn league right now. So, shout out to you guys. Let's talk Prize Picks and dip. So we are on Max fucking Scherzer over 8.5 on Prize Picks. Why? Because I am that guy and I believe in Mad Max. All the numbers match up for me to play that giant big of a fucking number. So we on some Mad Max. Also, I'm going to take me some Sean Manaea's fantasy score over. I expect another dominant game from him versus the Arizona Diamondbacks. He's done very well versus this team in the past, going back to last year. So I expect Sean Manaea to go 6 to 7 innings and easily cash us that fantasy score. On the other hand, I'm going to take Trey Mancini's fantasy score hitting-wise over 7. Like I said, I'm already on the guys hitting props, 2+ hits, runs, RBI -122, and his 2+ bases is at +120 at +110. I don't think it should be +110 for 2+ bases. Once again, they gave us Joey Wendell last night at +120 at 2+ bases, and the power numbers that they have off of these pitchers and how bad the bullpen is multiple chances for that 2+ bases for Trey Mancini tonight. He's got 11 hits off of Ryan Yarbrough. 7 of them are for extra bases, 4 doubles, 3 home runs. Ray's pin is 22nd over the last 30 days with a 4.21 ERA. About 20, we smoke it. There's too many signs for Trey Mancini that I had to be on it. So shout out to you guys. Smash the fucking like button if you haven't. 100th episode. We're still fucking here. No sleep for the fucking wicked. Until next time, go on over to Prize Picks. Use that promo code PubSports. Why? Your first match deposit up to $100. They got you guys. So do us a favor. Do you a favor. That helps us just as much as 1,000 likes as 1,000 retweets. At the end of the day, thank you for everything. 100 fucking episodes, and we're way past the mark where I thought where we were going to be. I was striding for 50 live, guys, by the All-Star break. We've hit that now over the last 2 weeks. So shout out to you guys. Let's keep this shit cracking. And have a blessed day. Jump on over to the UFC stream. The main card's about to finish. We got Ortega. We got Yair Rodriguez. Someone's got to fucking die. Please, I need some money. So jump on over to the UFC stream. I'll see you guys over there. Until then, have a blessed fucking weekend.